Hi guys, welcome to another market news and updates. Market has been very bearish, but the good sign for us right now is that we did make an inverted hammer candle on the weekly chart. So usually these are very bullish signs, and we can even jump into Investopedia and see what exactly key takeaways we can take from here. So usually what these do for us is make us an inverse reversals where we can expect some kind of bullish upside movements to be coming in the market as well. So it looks very bullish for us right now. Let's jump into the details and find out whether this week is going to be bullish for us or bearish. First thing first, we got to jump into our crypto greed and fear index, and we can clearly see right now that our index is becoming at 23. We've been just trading in the zones of 50, 51, 52, 53, and then we always come down to 20 levels. The bottom we made here was about 20, 22, 23. So things are looking for us to be building another bottom. If we jump into 3 months chart, we can clearly see here in 3 months that we have been consistently going to 52s, 53, 54s, and then coming back to 20, 22, 20, and similar regions as well. The best sign here is that we haven't come down to 12 or 10 or any of those regions where we will feel like that the market is becoming very bearish for us. So things are good in that sense. Market looks very good as well, but we are having so much fun in the market right now because of the war and other things. We just have to be very cautious. So if we jump into crypto bubbles, we can clearly see all our bubbles today are completely red, and market is having that FUD that we had been discussing for weeks. And also we have been seeing that market has been pretty sideways regularly as well. तो अगर हम लोग Phantom को देखें, Phantom had a massive dump because Phantom's foundation has reported to us that one of the biggest investors that was part of the Phantom chain, was part of the Phantom's foundation, has already left Phantom. And that is the reason Phantom is now having a massive downside coming, because Andre is very well known in the industry for investing in projects and making them very good. Obviously, when he left the project, people became very cautious and they started dumping all the Phantom they had just because they invested probably into whatever Andre had promised them to have. But because I still feel it's one of the cheapest layer ones right now in the market, it should bounce back very soon. And we are also listening that they are going to be hiring a very new CEO that had been working with them in their tough times also in between 2018. So if we look at the markets overall and look into investing, what is happening in the world and what is the latest news for us, so we can clearly see this, all the markets right now in Asia are tumbling. Everybody is quite concerned right now. This massive FUD right now. Asian markets stumbled across the region, tracking global sell-off on Russia-Ukraine war fears. All the markets in Asia are down right now. US ways acting without allies on ban of Russian oil imports. So that's going to be increasing oil prices. And there we go. Brent oil extends rally to 130 highs since 2008. So the market is becoming very dependent on commodities right now. Stocks, cryptocurrencies, risky assets are suffering pretty bad right now. Nasdaq is down about 1.7%. S&P 500 is down about 1.3%. Dow futures is down about 1.1%. So futures are definitely getting some massive hits right now in the markets. Then even if you like to look at wheat, prices are up 14-year high on worsening supply fears. So for the last 14 years, we've never had wheat prices increase so much, and wheat is a very important product in food items. So definitely we're going to be seeing some crisis coming into food industry as well, just because of this war and the FUD right now in the market. The clear winner right now are safe havens like gold. So gold futures has hit about $2,000 as Ukraine war boosts. But a lot of things right now in the market look very good for commodities. So we can see gold is up, silver is up, copper is doing pretty well, crude oil is doing very well, Brent oil is doing very well, natural gas is up, gasoline is up. So these are the assets right now that are working a lot better than the other assets right now in the market, and that is clearly because we've had this war fund, and both the countries that are part of war also hold these commodities and export to the rest of the world. So obviously it's going to bring a lot of effects as well. So if we jump back into our charts and we see that whether this inverted candle that we are seeing, will this bring an upside like we are seeing here or not? That's very risky to say right now. The reason it's very risky to say that right now is because we can clearly see a lot of the markets are getting hit because of this war, supply, food shortages, a lot of other shortages when it comes to commodity markets as well. So we really have to be very careful. So I would like to jump into Ethereum firstly and try to see what we can expect here from Ethereum. Another hammer here as well. So that is still a very bullish sign. But if we jump into day time frames, one of the most risky thing happening to Ethereum right now is that ETH is just trading right here, right here on our trend line. So the trend line started very long ago. This trend line we've been following for almost since March, and about somewhere about November 20th. That's almost about very long time already. So if we do break this trend right now, things would go very bad. And the next support we would have is about at 200 115. So we would ideally not want to go there because our last low week was about 2160. We would ideally want it to come back to 2600 and reconfirm the support here that we had been trading for some time, as we can see, and probably build some kind of support here. If we do break down from here, that would be a very bad sign for us. So ideally for ETH right now is to come back here, build support, and not go further down, because if it does go down, we are going to be in a very bearish pattern where we can even dump down to $1,700 next. So this is very crucial right now. ETH is just right now sitting on that trend line, and we have to be very cautious. So if we jump into Atom also looks very good right now in the day time frame. Looks all right. If we jump into 4 hours for our altcoins, we can see that 4 hours we have different zones for us that we can play out here. It's very good to see that Atom had a very good upside from my buy zone, and then it decided to move all the way up from the bottom of $21 to about $34. That was a very good upside, and now we are seeing some kind of pullback and correction. We did break trend on 4 hour chart, and now we are beginning to consolidate in these zones. We can either have an upside going like this or a downside, or we can even just trade in these regions and become sideways. Ideally, it would be good to see that we build some kind of nice bottom here and then decide to have some kind of upside coming. Overall, we can even expect Atom to go sideways and remain in these channels. But good is that we have had an upside and now we are having some kind of pullback. So we will have to monitor and keep looking at Atom and different other altcoins. So if we jump into AVAX as well, we can clearly see AVAX had been repeating what we were fearing, that it would go on our downtrend channels and then probably get rejected, that we've been continuously seeing from the beginning of our weekly downtrend line that started on about 22nd November 21. And we can clearly see that pattern has been repeating continuously for us, and we do go up and then we get rejected and then we come down. Overall in 4 hours it's kind of building some kind of base right now here. Looks all right, but we still have to be very cautious and concerned, because this resistance, every time we go above it, we come back on to retesting it, trying to build support, we get rejected and we instantly go down back into the lines. So hopefully I'm expecting something like probably even if we go down, this is the trend line, we can bounce from the trend line and then come back to try this resistance. Otherwise we can have a similar situation like this that we've been having here as well, and probably have another upside coming trying to retest this resistance. Ideal situation for us would be that we come back, make this support and then have an upside, because every time we come here we have a bullish engulfing candle, and that's not helping us building any kind of support on this resistance. So we really have to build this 79.97 into support, or the downside will definitely be coming back to $67. And if AVAX also tends to break trend, then that would be very sign for us. If we jump into Luna right now, we can clearly see Luna looks very good. Most of us took entries here, and we can still say that we are in good profits, and we started to take some profits here. That was a very good decision, as we can see that the market had part, and now we are clearly back into $78, trying to build support somewhere here. If we do consolidate, keep sideways, that would be a very good sign. We can come back to these levels as well, of somewhere around 68 to 69 levels, because that's where we started this upside. Overall it looks all right. We can come down, test this, and that way we can turn this resistance into a very good support. Overall Luna still looks very good, so we can expect a lot of things to be coming from Luna right now. Just hold on to Luna. You've already taken profits. There's no rush to buy and sell. If we do have a breakout from here further, you can add into your entries more, because we are still waiting for that 103 all-time high, which is just within reach, not so far away that we would expect the market to have some kind of massive dump or pump kind of situation for it to like just miss out this all-time high. If we jump into my accumulation chart for BTC, we can clearly see every time we jump into these areas, we get some kind of upside and then we begin to come back into the accumulation zone very quickly. So अगर हम लोग इसको थोड़ा सा thoroughly देखें and try to understand what has been happening here, we had a low here, then we had a high, then we had a low, and now we're looking for a new high, but we've continuously been getting rejected from our 45,000 resistance. Hopefully, because right now we haven't made a lower low and dump below, so we are still in a very good price structure. We hope we maintain this price structure and keep going on an upward trend. Overall, the trend is very soft and bleak right now. बहुत ही हल्का सा trend है, can be broken because there's so much FUD right now in the markets as well. So we have to be very cautious when it comes to that. But overall, whenever it comes into my accumulation chart, for me, I would close my eyes and just accumulate some Bitcoin here because we can clearly see थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे आपने accumulate किया, and then we're going to be seeing some kind of upside or a relief rally. And another reason for that is the RSIs are already coming down pretty hard, especially if we jump into 4 hour time frames. It is already at the bottoms, and even MACD is showing us some kind of conversions. Momentum is also pretty down right now, so we can expect some kind of relief rally to be coming very soon in the market. But because the market has been so bearish right now lately, that we have to be very careful while taking trades. Anything can happen, and this is also testing times for everybody. So be careful out there. Make sure to follow the news because news is very important. It's affecting the whole world economy right now. We can't expect that it's not going to be affecting cryptocurrencies. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's what keeps you motivated and make these videos. Take care, guys. Bye bye.